How does one turn loss and despair into beauty and renewed vivacity? That's a question that the creators of The Nightfalls aim to answer in their upcoming world premiere. A hauntingly unique work of art, The Nightfalls is dance-driven music theater, melding mediums into a symphonic commentary on grief, despair, and resistance. We're here at Alvin Ailey Studios, where the dance company is rehearsing, to learn more from the creative team. Can you tell us what this show is about?
In The Nightfalls, a recurring nightmare wears a group of eclectic strangers to an abandoned Floridian roadside attraction where, fearing nightfall, they band together to avoid the seduction of despair.
How did this idea originate?
Troy and Ellis have collaborated before on other ballets, and they approached me to write a scenario, and I had never worked on any kind of project like this. So I came up with a story, and then together we found a way to translate it into something that only dance can really tell, and that process was a joy.
Karen kind of came to us with this idea of this sort of contemporary transposition of the siren myth, but in Florida, it's this juxtaposition of sublime beauty mixed with a kind of a cheap commercialism that can happen. So we kind of talked about what it would be like to have a bunch of people from different walks of life end up in this one place and tell each other stories. And you can see these people binding to each other in this way that feels really special.
The one thing that I love about Karen's work is the fact that it's oftentimes about people that we know and can recognize, but just something is off. Something is impossible, right? That couldn't happen, I think, in the world that we're living in right now. And because these people are dealing with something that's so abnormal, in a way you end up understanding them as people even better.
What sets The Nightfalls apart from other musical endeavors?
The Nightfalls is very unusual in that it's a kind of story where sometimes dance is telling the story, sometimes the music's telling the story, sometimes the lyrics themselves are telling the story.
We have sort of a sustained metaphor where the Song of the Sirens, this spell of despair, splits dancers. And so one character is sort of voiced by a singer and then danced. So you sort of get people who are singing full-throatedly, and you get to see these dancers completely embody these characters.
What drew you to the tone of this piece?
It's a pretty tonally complex story, actually. There's something really playful about thinking of sirens luring people first to a tourist trap and then later to a truly haunted space, this like liminal, mythic feeling grotto, and to try to think about a way to communicate it visually and sonically and kinetically. What does it really feel like? That swoon of vertigo that everybody knows, that desire to fall, and to like represent in dance that despair can feel like a seduction.
What genre or genres of music can we expect within the world of the show?
I wanted the music to shape to the characters and vice versa, that the characters would shape the music. So there are some characters, the lead character, Felisberto, is a 17-year-old boy, and when he sings, there's a directness to it that feels more like musical theater. And there's a piano teacher who's a sort of a failed composer, and his songs are a little more operatic, and then when the sirens sing, it's this ethereal, beautiful, haunting music. So it's a mixture, but I think if people come with an open mind and excited to hear a very human story, I think the music will tell that story.
What style and/or styles of dance can audiences expect?
So it's this blend of naturalistic but technique-driven dance. It requires an incredibly high skill level, but the idea is that the choreography looks like it's emanating from the individuals and emanating from the humans that are performing it.
What do you hope that audiences will walk away with after seeing the show?
I hope that they come away with a memento vivere, remember that you must live. And remember that this is, it's a miracle actually to be able to bridge from body to body with these stories we share.
What we hope people walk away with this is going to the theater and having an unexpected emotional connection to a work of dance and music.
I also hope that they think, oh wow, I've never really seen a story told that way, but it made sense. I felt the emotional beats and it hit me in a certain way. And if people can feel that way, I think we'll have done our job.
The Nightfalls will premiere February 9th and run through February 12th at Peak Performances at Montclair State University. You can visit peakperfs.org for tickets and more information. I'm Gina Marie Rodriguez for Jersey Arts. Thanks for watching.